Will decide if a soldier's wife in the Ozarks will remain in jail until she's tried for assault with intent to commit murder. Army investigators say Chilquita Favors stabbed her husband and her daughter. KSBR's Emily Rittman was in court today for her first court hearing. Emily?
A U.S. attorney presented new evidence against the mother today. He says after her arrest, she told Army investigators she would, quote, kill for her kids. They say she tried to do just that.
Online, this MySpace page for Charles and Chilquita Favors describes them as a perfect couple. They were an Army couple living on Fort Leonard Wood's base. Now the 25-year-old soldier's wife is in custody. She left her first federal court hearing in this van. Our cameras weren't allowed inside the courtroom where Favors heard a U.S. attorney describe the night before the September 4th stabbing. Investigators say Favors bit her husband and broke a plate and coffee cup over his head and then stabbed him in the chest. Military police stepped in, ordering Favors to stay away from her husband for 72 hours. Instead, they say she pleaded with him to take her back. When he refused, investigators say she stabbed him in the back of the head, back, and arm while he held their 10-month-old daughter. The girl suffered a stab wound to her lower leg that cut tendons and muscle. Army investigators say Favors wanted to stab her husband in order to take her children and, quote, disappear on the next Greyhound bus. Instead, 4 witnesses on base saw the attack. 2 stepped in to subdue Favors. A judge decided there's enough evidence to move forward. Now he'll decide if Favors will stay in jail until her day in court.
Favors' public defender asked the judge to release her to her grandmother's custody in Georgia. Attorneys on both sides are waiting for the judge's decision. Joe.
Thanks, Emily. A spokesperson for Fort Leonard Wood's Family Advocacy Program says they offer numerous programs for military families to prevent domestic violence and abuse. They say each soldier is trained annually on family dynamics and transitioning from deployment to family.